Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the lesson changes around us. Before that, we have finished the lesson matter around us. Then, the matter lesson only we are going to write exam on this month. This month, very soon, you are going to write your monthly test or a midterm test. For that, I gave the portion matter. Okay, already we had finished the first three lessons up to light. Then the fourth one only I had completed matter. For this, I gave the question answers to you in the last class itself, I think so. Based on that question answers, you revise and write the test well. All the best. While writing test, send the PDF as mentioned as the instruction given you on that day. Don't send it those who want to send a Yashoda Miss, clearly send to Yashoda Miss, or else to me, clearly send it to me. Don't confuse with that. Okay, today we will see the lesson changes around us. At the end of this class, I will be giving the video for you, the question answers of the last lesson also. Once again, because last time itself I gave, this time again I am giving it because of your revision. Introduction part. What is changes around us? What are all the changes happening around us is called as changes around us. Now the climate is changed, summer to winter. Like this, many changes are there, physical and chemical changes, as you studied in the lower classes. Learning objectives: define chemical reaction. What is a chemical reaction? If you fold a paper, it is a physical reaction. If you burnt a paper, it will be turned into very new substance, so it is called as an chemical reaction. Different chemical changes from physical changes. So what I said, the first example is in chemical change. Learn how chemical reaction takes place by physical contact, solution of the reactant and electricity, light, etc. Only the chemical reactions takes place because of the contact or heat given by that, or stirring it, like that. Experiment chemical reaction based on contact, solution, heat and all we are going to learn in this lesson. Then what are all the chemical reaction happening in the day to day life? Changes. What are all the changes happening during the chemical reaction? For example, recently Diwali has gone. You may burst your crackers. That is also in chemical reaction. The chemical reaction is happened because of bursting, flaming it. By bursting, you will be observing the reactions. Heat is evolved, as well as the gas. While bursting, gas is evolved, heat is evolved. These are all the changes. Introduction. Aditya, a standard 8th standard, once visited Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar is an Delhi and wonderful 1500 years old rust resistant iron pillar. He was thinking about why the iron pillar has not rusted for more than 1500 years. One day he noticed milk turned into curd, and then he wondered how it is happening. As you studied earlier in the 7th standard, changes of like paper folding, drying the wet cloth, bending of an iron rod are some of the example of physical changes. On the other hand, burning paper, digestion of food, turning milk into curd, decaying of vegetables are some of the example of chemical changes. Dear students, can you define a chemical change? Yes, you can. A chemical change is a permanent, irreversible change and produces a new substance. What is a chemical change? From this paragraph we had learnt what is a chemical change. A chemical change is a permanent, irreversible change and produces a new substance. Here the activity it is given, so many: melting of ice till recycling of plastic. You must write a chemical change is dash. What is a chemical change? Irreversible change. Dash 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 are produces. Third, these are all the dashes, you have to fill it. Temporary change or permanent change. First one, a chemical change is a permanent change. Reversible and irreversible new substance and produces a new substance. Last answer. Complete. A chemical change is a permanent change, reversible and produces new substance. This is the answer for this. and this from this activity you must segregate which are all the chemical changes and which are all the physical changes. Chemical changes are otherwise called as chemical reactions because one or more substance which will undergo an reactions and form a very new substance. That new substance is called as products. So what is in chemical change? It is also called as chemical reaction because of one or more substance undergo reaction. The substance which undergo reactions are called reactants and the new substance formed are called as products. In a society, people live in different conditions or not under the same conditions. Likewise, chemical reactions will not occur at all conditions. Only in certain conditions only it will occur. So for that, what are all the conditions required for that? Physical contact, solution of reactant, electricity, heat, light and catalyst. These are all the conditions required to occur in chemical reaction. Chemical reaction based on the physical contact. Dry wood comes in contact with the fire. It burns with the help of an oxygen to form carbon dioxide which is given out as smoke. So when not the dry wood, as soon as if it is dried it won't be burned. Only with contact with the fire. So this is a physical contact. What we have studied a sixth condition. The first condition is physical contact. The first, dear children, could you remember some of the day-to-day activities? Burning of matchstick and rubbing iron material turns to reddish brown. The matchbox consists of so many matchsticks, but it won't be burned or fired only when you pick and stick and rub it on the sides, it will be starts burning. So that has to contact with the sides of your matchbox. So physical contact, the iron which is turning into rusting, reddish brown. Only when you throw the iron into, expose the iron into air. From the air it will get oxygen and it becomes and it turns rusting. Students, these changes are due to the chemical reactions by contact in physical state. Combination of reactant in their natural occurring states, solids, liquid, gases is referred as physical contact. When a matchstick is rubbed on the sides of a matchbox, a quick line comes in contact with water, it forms a slacked line. Formation of reactions, we can conclude the certain chemical reaction takes place only when the reactants brought in contact with each other. Then we will see the chemical reactions based on the solutions of reactant. Do you like coffee? How coffee is prepared? As your mother does when milk is mixed with coffee decoction, the color of the milk and decoction changes due to chemical reaction. Your mother adds through enough sugar to make it tasty. So what is the color of the milk? White. And what is the color of the coffee powder? Is dark brown. When it comes in contact, it will become a brown color. So like this, when we mix two substances in solution, from the chemical reaction takes place form new substance, that is the product. For example, take the small amount of solid silver nature and silver nitrate and sodium chloride in a test tube. Do you observe any change? No, the reactant in a solid state have no reaction. Now observe the same reactants in water in separate test tubes. Mix the solutions. What do you observe? Silver nitrate solution react with sodium chloride solution to form a white precipitate of silver chloride and sodium nitrate solution. From the above reaction, we infer that some chemical reaction proceed only in the solution form, not in a solid form. So this is the second condition of chemical reaction, when the reactants are in the form of solution, the chemical reactions occur. So this is the second condition for your chemical reaction. Then the third condition, based on electricity. When we live without, can we live without electricity? Even if it is an cool climate, we need fan. Even some people will used to put on AC. Absolutely. And we need light, fan, and cooking, electrical cooker, everything. So without electricity, we cannot imagine our life today. Electricity is very essential for our living. We use electricity for cooking, lighting, grinding, watching TV, charging mobiles, laptops, computers, water heaters, and so on. Do you know electricity can be used to carry out chemical reactions? Yes, by using electricity, many chemical reactions are done which are industrially very important. As you know, water is made of hydrogen and oxygen molecules. When electricity is passed through water containing a small amount of sulfuric acid, hydrogen and oxygen gas are liberated. Similarly, a concentrated solution of sodium chloride called brine. Underline the word brine. It will be asked in your 1 mark question. Underline the word brine. What is brine? Brine is nothing but solution of sodium chloride. Is electrolyzed to produce chlorine and hydrogen gas along with the sodium hydroxide. This is a very important reaction to produce chlorine industrially. So it is an important reaction. Here, electrochemical reactions are otherwise called as electrolysis. What is electrolysis? Electrons are separated. Here we are separating the chlorine from sodium. So the separation of an second part is called as electron. Electron is lysis means separation. Electrolysis. From the above two reaction, we infer that some chemical reaction proceed only by the passage of electricity. This can be possible. Separation of chlorine from sodium is possible only by passing electricity on that. So this type of reaction is called as electrochemical reaction. Now you can say what is chemical reaction. What is electrochemical reaction? Some chemical reaction proceed only by the passage of electricity. Hence such reactions are called as electrochemical reactions or electrolysis.